Hello everyone, and this is Shawn Stewart of 586 Sports. In this video, I will go over on the NCAA Basketball March Madness Day 2, round of 64 with the pickups on Splash Sports. Now, before I begin, if you are new to this channel, make sure that you not only hit the like button, but also click the subscribe button on YouTube, or if you're watching this on Rumble, click the follow button for upcoming videos. Now, before I begin, that this video is being brought to you by our good friends at Splash Sports. Splash Sports is the leading sports gaming platform for peer-to-peer contests. Play against your friends, not the house. Splash Sports is a platform for real money gaming that allows friends and groups to play in skill-based activities and modernize the sports pool industry. New Splash Sports customers can sign up by clicking the link below. Code is already in the link. And I'll remind you that there will be a link to my college basketball March Madness Pick'em contest. So if you are new to Splash Sports customer and enter my contest, you will get your free $10. Now, if you refer to a friend and go to my contest, both of you will receive your $10 free. So the video for day one is already up on YouTube. So you have until Thursday, March 20th at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for day one and day two for your pick'em. So I just want to remind you that. So once again, so your pick'ems for day one and day two deadline is March 30th at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's the deadline for your picks and to enter the contest on Splash Sports. Right? Okay. So let us get us started with the first one. The first one we're having is ninth seed Baylor will go against 8th seed Mississippi State. So both teams have extremely explosive scoring backcourts. Josh Hubbard is a walking fireball for Mississippi State, and his supporting cast has helped make this a top 25 offensive nationally, according to Ken Pom. Baylor is almost all made up of guards after an injury to center Josh Jinwana, Rob White, Jeremy Roach, Jaden Nunn, and VJ Edgecombe can each erupt on any given night, and the Bears' small ball lineup have struggled to get stops. But I pick Baylor because nines and eights are a toss-up. Next up, we have Horizon League champion 15 seed Robert Morris will go against Alabama. So Alabama is going to beat Robert Morris regardless of Grant Nelson's health. The Colonials have played one top 20, 120 team all season. That was West Virginia, and they lost by 28. Alabama's speed and athleticism will simply be too much for a Robert Morris squad that used those two attributes to its advantage in the Horizon League. Robert Morris entered its will on the glass in Horizon against smaller, weaker, and less athletic teams that could not match up. Alabama has size, strength, and athleticism in spades. Robert Morris is just so defending transition, and it hasn't seen anyone close to the level of transition Alabama can rain down on it, and this should be a easy 20-plus point win for Alabama. So Alabama. Next one we have is 14 seed Lipscomb against third-ranked Iowa. Now, Iowa State's Keshawn Gilbert will be out moving forward is not enough to at least consider the dog in the first round match. So it also helped Lipscomb is arguably one of the best 14 seeds of all time as a top 85 team in KenPom that can shoot the living daylights out the ball. Now, the Bisons did fail both of their power conference tests in the non-conference, but losing at Kentucky and at Arkansas is nothing to sneeze at. Iowa State isn't quite as overwhelmingly athletic as those two squads. Good news for the athletically challenged Bisons. Now, Lipscomb can shoot. That's basically the only way you can score constantly against the clones. Now, lean at club offense is a symphony of gorgeous motion filled with cutting and screening. Has 4 of 5 guys on the floor that can shoot the three at all times. That's very impressive. Now, the Cyclones packs it in, and their on-ball havoc won't bother the steady-handed Lipscomb guard who leads the Bison's 22nd turnover rate. I'm going to pick an upset. I'm going to pick Lipscomb over Iowa State. That should be a very great matchup. Next one, you have 12th seeded Colorado State that won the Mountain West against the AAC champs, Memphis Grizzlies. Now, Memphis has not seen a tournament team since December 28th. Memphis did answer the bell when given a chance. Now, they're facing the fourth best non conference schedule in the country, according to Ken Palm. Memphis chalk up wins over Missouri, UConn, Michigan State, Clemson, and Ole Miss. Penny Hardaway's team gets a tough test, a Colorado State team that has won 10 straight, including 3 in a row to claim the Mountain West Conference Tournament. As I said, they are the Mountain West Conference Tournament champs. Now, this game will feature one of the first round's best individual matchup with Colorado State's Nick Clifford and Memphis PJ Haggerty, both topping 19 points per game this season. Another one I'm going to pick another upset. I'm going to pick Colorado State. The next one we have is 10th seeded Vanderbilt against 7th seed St. Mary's. Now, Vanderbilt will head to March Madness for the first time since 2017 as a number 10 seed with a matchup against 7th seed St. Mary's. Now, Vanderbilt has lost their last 3 games of the regular season. Last year, when Mark Bington was at James Madison, his number 12 seed James Madison pulled a first round upset over Wisconsin. Vanderbilt lost the last NCAA tournament game it played back in 2017. That time, the Commodores were a 9th seed and lost to an 8th seed that was Northwestern. Now, the SEC got 14 bids into March Madness, while St. Mary's was one of the 2 bids from the West Coast Conference. Now, St. Mary's is unexpected at shooting, but the Gales generate tons of extra possessions through offensive rebounds and avoiding turnovers. Now, St. Mary also plays stiffly defense, especially at the rim. The Gales are the number 1 team in the country in rebounding margin. The Gales are big at every position. The same 5 players have started all 33 games, and none of them are shorter than 6'3". Terrific. Now, center Mitchell Saxon is 6'10", and St. Mary's also has a 7'1" Harry Wessels off the bench. Point guard Augustus Marshallonis is 6'4". Now, St. Mary's faced just 3 teams all season that made the NCAA tournament. The Gales lost 1 matchup to Utah State at home, then took 2 of 3 games against Gonzaga, losing the neutral site matchup in the conference tournament. So I'm going to choose St. Mary's because size and ability to rebound, an area in which Vanderbilt do not excel. So I got St. Mary's. Next one we have is 13 seed Grand Canyon against 4th seed Maryland. Now, Grand Canyon's mascot is Antelopes. Now, the Antelopes, a year after the Antelopes knocked off St. Mary's in a 5-12 game, they are back in the NCAA tournament with another chance at an upset. Now, for them, Maryland is a different team than last year's Gales. Now, Grand Canyon will not have an athleticism edge like they did last year when it lived at the free throw line, 36 attempts, and forced 13 SMC turnovers. Maryland doesn't foul. They're 28th in defensive free throw rate and takes great care of the ball. They're 23rd in turnover rate. Plus, Gary Queen, Julian Reese Tatum could overwhelm Grand Canyon's wings, and forward on the glass, Duke Brennan can only do so much for the Antelopes. So this game could be up and down. Both teams rank in the top 60 nationally in Ken Palm's adjusted tempo. Grand Canyon is 14th. Maryland's fantastic starting 5 can thrive in the open court against the Antelope. I got Maryland. Next one we have is 16th ranked Norfolk State against top ranked Florida. So I don't see any Kyle Quinn Norfolk State magic here, but they do have guards. They have Brian Moore Jr. and Christian Ings. Florida will bully the Spartans on the glass. Gators grab offensive rebounds, 38% of their offensive possessions. They shoot over 35% from deep, which is a major plus against Norfolk State team that yields plenty of three-point attempts. So we just saw the Gators' dominance in the SEC tournament with guards Walter Clayton Jr. and Elijah Martin playing well. Got the Florida Gators. Then you have 14 seed Troy against 3rd seed Kentucky. Now they have one of the best on-ball defense in the country in Taylor Corway, who ranked third nationally in steal rate according to Ken Palm. The Trojans press at a top 30 rate nationally per synergy, and they can really take teams out of their comfort zones. Kentucky is without Kerr Crisler and Jackson Robinson, and starting point guard Lamont Butler health is a major question mark. Now, Kentucky have looked runnable without their floor leader at times this season, and his absence will be especially harmful against Troy. Now, on the other hand, Troy's biggest weakness is his own sloppiness. They are 33rd in turnover rate, according to Ken Palm. Kentucky's hyper-conservative drop defense does not force muscules, though, so Troy will not get punished for his sloppiness. So Kentucky will also not take advantage of Troy's shaky defense rebounding with multiple key match etches. So don't be surprised if the Trojans can hang in there. I have Kentucky, even though Kentucky is a 11.5 favorite. Next one, 10th seeded New Mexico against 7th seed Marquette. So this is like one of the best one-on-one matchups you will find in the first round. Marquette point guard Cam Jones against New Mexico floor leader Donovan Dent. The two All-Americans have their fingerprints all over every part of their team's success, both ranked in the top 25 nationally in assist rates. So thanks to these two taking care of the rock plus pressure defense, both teams are accustomed to winning the turnover battles. Thus, the matchup will likely be decided by whoever can outduel the other in that department. Now, I'm expecting Marquette to pick up a big victory. The Golden Eagles have gone toe-to-toe with another pressure team. That was St. John's twice in the last 2 weeks. Now, New Mexico has not faced a team remotely similar to Marquette's pressure in all of Mount West play. So only Utah State ranks in the top 40 of defensive turnover rate, and the Aggies do it a tricky zone. Marquette can throw tremendous pressure defenders, Chase Ross and Stevie Mitchell at Dent, that could turn the water off for a high-octane New Mexico offense. As you know, take Marquette. Next one, you have 13 seed Arizona against 4th seeded Akron. Arizona Wildcats entered the tournament riding high despite dropping the Big 12 tournament final to Houston. Wildcats showed they are among the nation's top teams and will be a threat to come out of the region. Now, for how they'll match up against the Akron Zips, well, this game is going to be fast. Zips are 19 in adjusting tempo, and the Wildcats are not far behind in 52nd. Tempo may only amplify the Wildcats' advantage here. Their size and athleticism will play a huge role on the glass while maintaining control of the paint on both ends of the floor. I got Akron on this, and by the way, Akron won the MAC. Just in case you want to know about that. The next one we have is 9th seed Oklahoma and 8th seed UConn. Now, Dan Hurley likely didn't expect his team march toward a third consecutive national title to happen with a number 8 with a stretch next to their game, given the way his team has played at times this season. However, that seed is completely appropriate. Now, UConn has far less top-end talent than the past two, and is shown, especially on the defensive end on the floor. Now, Connecticut does block a ton of shots, the most points, the most per game in the country, and has a tendency to get over-aggressive and foul. The Huskies rank 333rd in free throw rate allowed this season. Now, Oklahoma is a team that loves to find its way to the charity stripe. Oklahoma ranks 29th nationally in free throw rate offensively, taking 22 freebies per game and stinking them at a top 10 percentage nationally. I have UConn. Also, you have 15 seed Ryan against 2nd seed Michigan State. Now, this is the Bryants first qualified in 2022 when they won the Northeast Conference Championship and went to the big dance as a 16 seed. Now, Bryant faced fellow 16 seed Wright State in the first 4 round in Dayton, Ohio. They lost 93-82. Now, Michigan State is 27-6 on the season and was bounced from the Big Ten tournament by Wisconsin 77-74 on Saturday in the conference semifinals. Now, Spartans are 17-3 in conference play under Coach Izzo. The Spartans have not appeared in the Final Four since 2019 when they lost to Texas Tech. Now, Michigan State has appeared in the Final Four 8 times under Izzo to reach the Final Four of the 2025 NCAA tournament. Michigan State will likely need to go through the likes of 7 seed Marquette in the second round, number 3 seed Iowa State, or number 6 seed Ole Miss in the Sweet 16, and any number of the overall seed Auburn, number 4 seed Texas A&M, and number 5 seed Michigan in the Elite 8. So the first huddle is Bryant. That will be at 10 p.m. Eastern Time Friday in Cleveland. Now, Bryant do have a solid support cast with Raphael Pinzon leading the team in scoring, averaging 18.5 points per game. Ryan Evans with 13.5, and Connor Withers with 11.3 points per game. What makes the Bulldogs a tough matchup for many teams is not just their scoring ability, but their size. Now, they have plenty of scoring power, but the Spartans are a national power who have won 8 of their last 9, powered by Jaden Atkins and Jace Richardson, who is the son of Jason Richardson, just in case you did not know about that, and are coached by Izzo. So the Spartans won the Big Ten regular season title by 3 games. Go take the Spartans. And last but not least is 12th seeded Liberty against 5th seed Oregon. Now, Liberty is located in Virginia, just in case you did not know that. So they're going to have to board a plane. They got to go to Seattle to face Oregon. So beyond the travel effects for the Flames, the building will be packed with the Oregon Ducks fans, of course, in a home atmosphere not often seen for a 5th seed. So the biggest factor on the court will be both teams' efficiencies from beyond the arc. Liberty ranks in the top 10 nationally in three-point shooting percentage offensively and allowed while playing a slow-paced attack. That glacial tempo will cap the sample size of Oregon's physical advantage and put the Ducks in major liberty of living or dying with each team shooting luck. So inside the 3-point line, Oregon should have a advantage with 7-foot Nate Biddle providing too much for Liberty. As you know, take Oregon. So that is all for day 2, by the way. And also, I'm actually going to be hosting a show on Twitch called After Dark with DJ Stew, in which I will be playing songs like hip hop, R&B, vice versa. Okay, and the link will be in the box description below. So it'll be on Twitch. And not to mention, you can also follow me on Instagram, X, also known as Twitter, TikTok, and Threads at 586sports. If you have any questions you would like to ask, and once again, I want to remind you that the deadlines for the NCAA pickers for day 1 and day 2 is March 20th at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time. So get those picks in as soon as possible. So you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you later. Take care. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you like what you just saw, make sure you follow our social media pages, and don't forget to visit our website at 586sports.com for the latest news in the sports world.